SketchWizard is a tool for building early-stage Wizard of Oz prototypes of pen-based user interfaces. These prototypes enable more design iteration and earlier end-user feedback through simulation of system behavior before a working system has been implemented. Pen-based user interfaces are difficult to prototype because of their dependence on technologies such as handwriting recognizers, as here in Windows Journal. Pen-based user interfaces also make rich transformations of user input, such as the gray grouping boxes here in the Denim website design tool. These transformations can be hard to simulate with paper prototypes. With SketchWizard, a drawing canvas is shared between an end user and a designer, or wizard. When the end user draws or writes text, the wizard simulates the response of the interface with drawing commands. To help the wizard make edits, a grayed-out version of the end user's view is visible behind the wizard's view. SketchWizard can also record an end user's experience for later analysis. This recording is from an early feasibility study in which we simulated a sketch beautification interface. Note the delay between end user actions and screen updates performed by the wizard. In spite of this delay, 6 out of 7 participants, including this one, could not tell that a human being was operating the interface. The user's view in SketchWizard consists only of a drawing canvas and a small set of optional tools for drawing ink, making gestures, erasing, and selecting objects. The wizard's workspace has more drawing tools and special features to allow designers to make fast edits in response to end-user input. The main drawing canvas lies in the center. This is surrounded by a list of alternate canvas views on the left and a drawing properties box on the right. The paste buttons and event stream on the far right will be described later. To the left of the drawing canvas is a larger palette of tools, including lines, rectangles, ellipses, images, text boxes, and buttons. Above the drawing canvas are tools for editing the end user's list of available tools, changing the end user's current tool, and committing or discarding all pending wizard edits. Properties of canvas objects can be manipulated in the Drawing Properties box to the right of the canvas. The list of views to the left is for switching quickly between views, such as dialog boxes. The wizard can edit these views before they are shown to the end user. To keep the wizard aware of what the end user is seeing, a small-scale view of the end user's canvas appears above the list. Buttons are a simple way for end users to initiate actions in an interface. During a study, however, the wizard may be so focused on other things that she will not notice when an end user presses a button. To keep the wizard aware of pending end user actions, the event stream receives a new item every time the end user clicks on a button. Let's watch all these parts of the wizard's workspace in action as a wizard simulates the handwriting recognition interface in Windows Journal. When the end user starts to write, the wizard switches to a dialog box view, anticipating his desire to convert handwriting to text. The wizard sees this writing appear in the scaled-down user's view and types it into the dialog box. Note that the user's view is not blocked, because the wizard is editing a different view. When the wizard sees that the end user has selected text and pressed the Convert to Text button, she commits pending changes to update the user's view. When the end user presses OK, the wizard simulates the conversion of ink to text. First, she copies the text box in the dialog box view. SketchWizard considers this to be an edit operation on the user's current view, and it therefore locks the user's view until the wizard commits changes. An hourglass symbol appears over the user's view to indicate that the user is waiting. The wizard then switches back to the Notes page view, pastes the text box, adjusts the text size, and commits the changes to the user's view. If wizards need to simulate more complex output, they can use paste buttons. Before studies begin, wizards can create complex objects, copy them to the clipboard, and then click Add from Clipboard to add a Paste button to this box. These buttons paste predefined objects to the canvas. Here we see a wizard using paste buttons to simulate a simple interaction in the Denim website design tool. Text is grouped automatically in Denim, and the wizard indicates this by pasting gray boxes behind text groups. This is another example of how the wizard can make fast edits of end-user input to simulate a pen-based user interface. When the end user draws a box, the wizard recognizes it by pasting a previously created web page graphic. When the end user draws a line connecting a text group to a page, the wizard draws a straight line to show that it is recognized as a link and makes the link text blue. In this way, designers can use SketchWizard to make detailed prototypes of pen-based user interfaces, allowing more iteration in the design process and producing higher quality applications.